Hey everyone, Jessica here, and I'm super excited today to give you a little product tour and walk you through the new Rainbow Rebel collection. And you know, I love color palettes, I love my color blending brushes, and I'm always loving to make new ones for you guys to use for your brushes. So this one obviously is inspired by Rainbow, and it's a little bit Lisa Frank, a little bit punk rock, a little crazy. And I just made all these wild brushes and I thought they looked really cool together. So I thought I'd package it into a little product. And I mean, I just love rainbows. Like, I'm crazy about rainbow colors. So here you get a little preview of the brushes, and then I'm going to show you them in action, which is really cool. Especially I love like the furry ones, and I just love the mixture of them. I think that's like really crazy and cool. And here is a little bit up close. You can kind of get a little preview of them. And what's great is that these color palettes work with any of the brushes, the Impressionist brushes that in my other collections, Modern Impressionist, English Garden, Palm Beach Garden Party, Artistic Autumn, you know, you name it, they work with them, which is great. So I always love, um, you know, you can grab an Artistic Autumn brush and use these and just have a lot of fun. So amazing. Artistic Autumn is probably one of my favorite collections, even though it was like kind of autumn specific. I find myself using these brushes more than anything. But of course, you know, I love this technique with the pattern stamp tool and make sure that Impressionist is checked. So I'm going to give you a little preview here of the color palettes. And now I've got like kind of a single color, the solid color palettes. Normally I always have color blends, but I have these subtle blends, which are great for making different rainbow things. And it's just got just a little bit of color jitter to it. So that's really nice. So you can do some, you know, solid kind of color work as well. And then you've got like the rainbow blends. And these are great. So as you see, whenever you paint the, it blends in the rainbow colors. And now this is not the brush that comes with the kit. These are just my other brushes. But I'm going to give you a little walkthrough of the brushes that come with the kit, which are really great. And one thing that I did, you might notice that's at the some of the rainbows have like, if you actually look at the color palette, you've got one of them that looks like kind of horizontal and one that looks vertical. And I'm going to show you why I did one of each, and it's just to make it more easy for you to create, because let's just grab one here. These ones are really easy to see with the chain links. So for this one, even though this is Impressionist, it has a little bit of a like the lines here, it kind of sticks to this a little bit. So whenever I'm doing my color blends, I always have to keep that in mind. So if I take this this brush here, this chain one, and I go and I select this horizontal color palette here, and I go across, well, that doesn't look so rainbow. It looks like more two colors, you know, at the same time. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Because it, even though it's not aligned, it still kind of follows these striations of color that are in here. So if you're painting horizontal, kind of more horizontal strokes, then you're going to want to get the color palette that's vertical like this. And that way, when you paint, now it has all the colors coming out of them. That looks better. And if you're going vertical, same thing. If I'm going vertical, I want to take a horizontal color palette, because that way it's going to go, and you can go like this, you know, sideways or whatever. But if you're going more up and down, take the color palette that's got the horizontal ones. And then if you're going more right to left, take the color palette that's got the vertical ones. So it's really cool. So I'm just going to go through and have a little fun with these brushes here. This one I really like. I think you can use it for like text and stuff. I think I use this one for the Rebel, but it's kind of just a cool, smooth thing. But you've got all the colors that are all funky inside there. So I just love this brush. I think it's really awesome. And I think you could do a lot of cool things with it. It's Friday here, so I'm gonna go like this. And it looks just like really fun inside, and the colors blend in a really cool, unique way. And then I have got this one, which is like, I think I'll grab this vertical here. We've got This one, which I just love. I love these little kind of like glowing dots of color. And then let me grab another one here. There's some different kinds of variations on the rainbow, which I think are cool. And I like this little shining, these little dotty things. I just think that looks so crazy cool. So hopefully you guys like it as much as me. And then we've got some chains. And then we've got some really fun splatters. I actually give you more brushes than I say because I made 3 versions of the splatter. And the last one I like because it kind of contains the splatter inside of another brush stroke, so it's like easier to control. This is one of my favorites. This one is kind of like tulle, and I think it looks really cool. Let me use a different one here. Really funky, and it's got some little kind of floral design in it, and I just think it's crazy cool. And it looks like really punk even though it's like feminine. I think it looks cool and really punk and crazy. So, oops, I should put that like that. There we go. I got the colors better. But very cool, fun brush. This one is one of the coolest. So I'm going to go like this. And I think this is fun and crazy and amazing. And it's like, I made them purposely a little bit blurry, like it's not super sharp, but I think it just looks cool. So there's that one. And even you can make some like type with this. You know, you could have a little fun with some typography. That could be fun. This one is like a really soft furry brush, and I think it's just crazy, and I'm loving it. And yeah, you can just do a lot of different things with these brushes. So have a little fun. And then I've got this brush, which I think looks cool, and you could even make some like little furry flowers, which kind of remind me of like haute couture flowers, and I'll probably make a little demo of that, but I think it looks really cool. And then this is the same thing, but it's got a fade on the brush tip, so it naturally just fades out like this. And I was kind of playing around, like maybe I'm going to make like a background that's just like furry like this. I think it looks really cool, although you need to paint on top of the ones, but I think that looks crazy, and there's got to be something that I'm going to make with this, so I think it's just awesome. And then number 12 is more of a thinner furry, but again, you could like use it for text or something like that. You could be crazy with it. So I think it looks cool. I think there's a lot of things that you could do with it. And we're just going to find some things to do with these because I think they're crazy cool and totally fantastic. And then you've got, you've got like different versions of a rainbow. So this one's more like bright and pastel-y. And then you've got one that's like more primary colors, which is cool. So I've got various different rainbows here, but they're all kind of like not just plain rainbow, whatever. So those are the color palettes, those are the new brushes, and then look forward for some tutorials because then I'll find some ways to put these in our real world projects and make things that are cool and awesome and that really stand out. So if you have any questions, just let me know down below.